Yes sir, it's your boy Hayes. We back with another one. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Before we do that, let's give this video a thumbs up. If not, you already know. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell so you'll be alerted every time I post a new video. Let's go ahead and dive right into it, give you guys the hot plays I'm looking at going into tomorrow, share some insight, also look over the news. So as we know in last night's video, pretty much what I said came into fruition. So check my guy out. You called it, everything did exactly what you said in last night's video. I printed on spy puts today. Hey, shout out to you, my guy. And it definitely did. Also, if you want to join VIP, just click join on the home page, 3rd tier. They give you access to every single play we get in and out of. The last tier give you access to the plays plus learning, me, one-on-one, anything like that. Another one, what you say in that video yesterday, spike up, then come back down. You the GOAT, my guy, made money both ways. I love it. Phenomenal. So the market pretty much played out how I expected it to. But like I say, I don't care about being right. I don't care about being wrong. You can be wrong 70% of the time and be right only 30%. If you got 10 trades and you averaging $300-400 a trade, and 7 of those trades you have small strategic losses, intelligent losses, you lose 30, 40, 20, 50. 7 trades you lose $220. Out of the 4 you got 3 you got right, you made 300, 500, 1,000. 2,000 subtract the 200 you lost, you still up $1,800. It's simple math. But most people, they can't do that or figure that out because they too busy putting in a lot of money on one trade and trying to turn that one trade into a home run every single time, making 100%, 200%. When in reality, that's going to be rare to happen, and it should happen naturally. But if you were just aiming to make 10, 20%, 5%, a low percentage, you could repeatedly do that over and over and over and over again. Every single day you can extract low percentage out of the market, and it compounds over time. Instead of trying to make $4,000 in one trade, I make $400 in 10 different separate trades. And it's going to still equal up to $4,000 and also less stress and less fatigue going on while I'm making the money. But carrying on, S&P 500 pops 1%, Dow surges nearly 600 points as Trump called off Europe tariffs tied to Greenland. Now watch this, because what I told you guys yesterday, whenever the market dropped the way it did, what I tell you, humans don't like randomness, markets don't like randomness. The news come after the move. And shout out to baby girl that commented under it and said, she agreed with what I was saying, but she think something else as well. I'm telling you, man, I've been watching this stuff for 10 years now. I know these people like the backside of my hand, and that's not being overconfident, because the market will humble you. It been humbled me. That's why I aim small, miss small. But look, I'm gonna prove to you in real time exactly what I said is 100% true. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. Market is just like a relationship though. You don't get with a girl because of one thing. You find her attractive. It's more than one. Same thing with a guy. Same thing when y'all break up. It's multiple things that comes in alignment that help you make that decision. Same thing with the market. It's multiple things, intricacies that come together that make the market does what it does. But most of the time when it boils all the way down, it's price action, human nature, patterns, pattern recognition. So let's talk about it though, because I really want you to look at this and see how they be bullshitting you. And also pay attention to last year when Trump had tweeted, hey, buy the stock market. Like, this is a form, they making money, shit ton of money. But as traders, I love this volatility. Yesterday, they made it, Trump, his boys and everybody, they made a shit ton of money on puts. Today, they made a ton of money on calls. And the public, y'all find out after. Y'all find out the news after. Watch this. U.S. equities leap after Wednesday. Watch this. U.S. equities leap. Bump that part right there. Stocks were already rising after the president earlier said in a speech at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, that he would not use force to acquire Greenland. The key thing I want you to pay attention to, stocks were already rising after the that don't even sound right. Let me reword that for them. Stocks were already rising before the president said the speech that he would not use force to acquire Greenland. Not that the news came out and the stocks rise. The market was already doing what it was doing before they even came out with the news. So let me go a little further with you so you can really understand. What time the market took off? When the market opened, it took off, and then it sold off about around lunchtime, and then at the end of the day it still ended up, right? Check this out. What time did this news right here came out? The public found out about this right here, what they claim caused the market to do what it did. They found out about this at 2:52 p.m. about 3:18 p.m. Eastern time. The damn market was closed by then, 40 minutes before the market closed. The whole day done went by. I love it though. I actually do. I love the volatility. I love the BS, especially when you see it clearly and you know how to zoom out and you just laugh. But anyways, let's talk these numbers though. Let's see what's going on going into tomorrow with these stocks right here. We're looking at Meta, of course. A lot of people, oh Hayes, why you watch the same stocks every day, same watch list every day? I would see a problem with somebody that don't watch the same things every day. It would sound like to me you all over the place and you ain't got no type of structure. If one day you looking at this, one day you looking at that, one day you here, one day you there. That's why you can't get right, because you all over the place. You ain't got no structure. You don't know how to zoom out and block out the noise. It's a lot of noise everywhere. Social media now and this and life and everything. That's why people can't focus in on one thing and lock in and make money and be great. Because it's too many distractions in every part of life. Just like in the market, you come in the market, it's thousands of stocks to look through every day. This popping off, this doing that, that doing that, the news, this, that, they pulling you left, pulling you right, this, that, wicks, candle, blase, whoop, whoop, VWAP, man, I can keep bullshit. You feel me? That's why you can't lock in. What Hayes do though? Man, we looking at the same 3 stocks every single day. And sometimes I'll rotate one in and rotate one out and bring something new in. But still, I'm gonna have my core stocks I look at, and I have new stuff depending on earnings, depending on news, depending on what's going on, depending on sector, depending on this, and I bring and rotate stuff in and out. One or two, but keep the same core. Trying to tell you what I know. But $618.86. Meta performed well. I alerted this in VIP, alerted it way cheaper than this. It was at what, $603 when I alerted in the red. Because we're not chasing. We don't mind buying at the top. I want to buy when everybody else is scared and sell when everybody else is being greedy. The market is a transfer machine from the impatient to the patient. You work on being patient, you'll make money. So let's talk numbers though. Meta right here got support around 613. What I want to see tomorrow, if we see a continuation, is for Meta to come down around 613 and hold 613. Meta hold 613 is going to 620 without a doubt. It's going to 620 tomorrow. After 620, it's going to 621, then 622. If we see a big jump like today, we maybe could, if it have a continuation, because usually once something is down bad like that and it have a nice day, aggressive day like today, usually that next day it could follow suit. So anyways, and then especially once it get into the trend of going back to the upside, if we see aggressive day on the market, we could see 631. So be on the lookout for that. But say Meta break down, because we don't care about opinions and what we think is going to do. We worried about real time price action and what the market actually does. If it break down under 613, Meta is going to 610. Under 610 is going to 608, then 606. You got the coordinates for Meta. Moving on to Tesla. Tesla sitting at 434.38 cents. I was talking about this yesterday too. I told you the levels, and I can't remember what I said yesterday because it's too many numbers, but hell, I think it ended up doing what I said it would do if it broke certain levels. But anyways, looking at Tesla, we got support around $430. It break below 430, we going to 426, 424, and then 420. Tesla hold above 430, we going to 438, then 446. A big jump. It's a nice gap to fill. Now let's talk Coinbase. Coinbase is my baby, you know it. So Coinbase sitting at 228.31. Coinbase has support around 226. If 226 is broken, it's going down to 224, then 222. Now if 226 holds, Coinbase is going to 230 without a doubt. From 230 is going to 232 and then to 240. And if we see a significant day like we did with Meta, we know Coinbase is oversold just like Meta. So, you know, max potential. We're going to stay conservative though, but this thing could jump $15, $20 in a day. Last but not least, before we go, we got SPY sitting at $687. SPY break below 687 is coming down to 685, and then 685. If it don't hold that, it got a big gap to fill down back to 680. And SPY holds 687 is going to 688, then around 690. So you already know to do Edge Wolf on Instagram. They go to Instagram, the BHayes Show _. Feel free to add me over there. Feel free to hit me up for a one-on-one phone call, anything like that. Feel free to join VIP. Click the home page. Third tier give you all access to every single play we get in and out of. The last tier give you access to the plays plus me for help, one-on-one, anything like that. I love you. We out, and God bless y'all.